Let's start with Sejong. When you were talking about the jazz festival, you said you were talking about day 1 and day 2. One team is jazz. I just wasn't sure if team was the right word. Band, group, musician. We usually don't use team for music. Unless it's like a dance team and they're doing some competition, that would maybe be a team. My place was very far from the stage. My place is a little bit awkward there. You could say my spot, or I would maybe say I found a spot. I found a spot very far from the stage. You said that was hanged on my home wall. You would say that was hung, right? Mm-hmm. That was hung, or it is hanging on my home wall. And I moved this department. You didn't move the department, you moved to this department. April, you were also talking about the jazz festival. You said, I'm also in Saturday. Not in, right? I also went on Saturday. You could say I'm also, in should be on. I'm also on Saturday. Still you need the verb, right? I also went on Saturday. You said, again, all of these are about the jazz festival. I should pick up which one I want to hear. Not pick up, just pick. Pick is choose. Pick up is different. Pick up like that, or pick up can be used in other ways as well, but not choose. Pick. You said 10 or 15 walks. I think you meant 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah, minutes.
A 10 or 15 minute walk, or just it takes 10 or 15 minutes. It's not 10 or 15 walks.
Yeah.
You said I heard Geo and BY. Definitely because it's a concert and a festival, I would say saw, not heard. Unless you really couldn't see them, maybe. But I would say saw, even if you didn't have a good view. And last one, you said main singer in that day. Either just take out in the main singer that day, or the main singer for that day. For is okay. And Sujong, it's a kind of children thing. I would probably use the word childish. Childish. It's a childish thing. It's kind of a childish thing, or it's quite childish. I feel like a one-day main actress. You could maybe change that. I feel like a main actress for one day, or I just wrote down, maybe you could say I felt like a star for a day. That's maybe an expression. That's not a super common expression, but something that I've heard before. I felt like a star for a day. You said it's awkward they're smiling. I think you just need to change the order there. It's awkward they're smiling. Their smiling is awkward, or their smile. Just change the order there. It's awkward they're smiling. No, their smiling was so awkward, or something like that. And at the end, you said, I follow the USA or California, or something like that. What do you mean, I follow the USA or California?
Official site.
Okay, maybe you need to add that. I follow their site, or I follow their Instagram account or Twitter account. And Sooyoung, you said there are not much jazz music, is not much jazz music instead of are. I prefer gesture mode a lot. It's okay, not a mistake, but I would change it. It's a little bit strange. It's just not common to put a lot on the end, especially with the verb prefer, right? You would say, I really prefer gesture mode. I very much prefer gesture mode. I was thinking about it, and I like it a lot. I do this a lot. We run a lot. With a more action type verb, you might put it at the end like that, but with something like prefer, I'm not exactly sure, but some verbs, it makes more sense to just put that at the beginning. Building up on that, building upon that. Upon. Not up on that. Building upon. One word. Upon. It might have been just pronunciation or not upon. It's one word, upon. Also, you said photographer. It's photographer, pronunciation-wise. Photography, photographer, photograph. Both O's change sounds. Photograph, they are both O sound, and then photographer. So both O's change there. Photography, photographer. And you said everything is money, maybe costs instead of is. Everything costs money. You have to pay for everything, something like that. Any questions?